the woman held a glittering golden snake in her mouth. The next second, the man took a running leap and forcefully slapped a large carrot into her stomach. This instantly cured the woman's 40-year struggle with infertility. Then the man took out his phone and asked her to pay 20 million yuan for the treatment, warning her not to try to avoid paying. Reluctantly, the woman still paid the money. The next day, the famous richest man in the region heard about the man's unique medical skills and arrived at his door with his son in a wheelchair to witness his abilities. The richest man asked the man to tell his fortune, to test whether his magical abilities were real. The man immediately pulled out his phone and skillfully showed the payment code, requesting the richest man to pay 20 million yuan first. Helpless, the richest man paid, and then asked how many children he had. The man grabbed the richest man's hand, looked at it seriously for a moment, and said the richest man had a high nose and would have many children. He likely had one or two. The richest man froze when he heard this. He indeed had 2 children, and began to feel more respectful toward the man. However, the son sneered, thinking it was just a lucky guess. The richest man wasn't satisfied, and asked the man to tell his fortune again, wanting to verify his abilities further. The man didn't forget to pull out the payment code again, and stated that there was a fee for each reading. The rules couldn't be broken. The rich son lost his patience, and warned the man that if the reading was inaccurate, he would have to pay compensation. Then the richest man asked what he came to the hospital for. The man confidently said it was for his legs, explaining that the richest man's legs had been crippled because of a past event that he had failed to overcome in his youth. This had led to a disability. For the past 30 years, he had been dependent on a wheelchair, and had to endure unbearable pain every day. They had sought out every famous doctor, but none could help. Upon hearing this, the richest man was stunned, and continuously praised the man as a god. But the man said that to him, it was the simplest thing. The woman hurried forward to pull the man away, but the man said that only he could cure the richest man's legs. However, the richest man didn't believe him, since he had searched everywhere for a cure and no one had been able to help. Then the rich son, frustrated, began to leave with his father. At this moment, the man, considering that they had asked for 3 readings, gave the richest man a piece of advice, saying that his life was coming to an end. Upon hearing this, the rich son immediately tried to beat up the man, but the richest man stopped him, quickly asking how he could resolve the situation. The man drew a symbol on his hand and handed it to the richest man, requesting 200,000 yuan for his services. The rich son, upon hearing this, immediately believed the man was a fraud. But for the richest man, 200,000 yuan was nothing. He instructed his son to quickly make the payment. The man displayed his payment code again, and upon seeing the payment go through, he felt very pleased. He then handed the symbol to the richest man, and reminded him to carry it with him at all times. Before leaving, the rich son warned the man that he would come back in a few days to settle the score, after which, they pushed the father out of the hospital. The woman looked at the man with new respect, surprised that in just a few minutes, he had earned over 200,000 yuan from the richest man. She reminded him that his actions were criminal, but the man didn't care at all. He earned the money through his own skills. The next morning, the richest man really was in a car accident. The car he was in crashed directly into a bus. The driver hurriedly got out to check on the richest man's condition, but was surprised to find that